Hi, this is Mark. This is noon on the 14th of November 2025, Friday, noon UK time. On Sunday, I was saying I wasn't sure what was going to happen this week, whether it could be a slow week because of the bank holidays in America on Tuesday and in Canada, or it could, as ever, be a lively one, and we don't know. But my plan at the start of the week, I was thinking with the British pound, I didn't like the look of it. I was going to leave it alone. However, yesterday was silly because we had the news came out that growth was now negative and it was revised down the previous month. Now, I am from the UK originally and know that the current government are absolutely useless, and in 2 weeks' time there's going to be yet more financial pain in taxes raised in one form or the other, and the UK economy is on its knees. So to me, when I started to look at the charts yesterday, and I could see that the pound was getting stronger. I mean, partly this is dollar weakness, but at the end of the day, this had done 118 pips. I caught this to the pip for an entry. How good is that? So 116 pips it had done yesterday, and the average was 80. So my thinking, as usual, is if it was going to stop anywhere, it was probably going to stop here for multiple reasons. So I had the 78.6 fib, I had the trend line, I had a previous support and resistance going on here, and this to me was a breakout pullback, breakout pullback, breakout pullback again. As ever, I always keep my eye on the dollar index as well as. So I caught this yesterday after that news, and I say it was perfect entry. Now, I have taken off 70% of this trade. When it came down here this morning and it's already done the day's range and it started to stall, I have taken off 70% of the trade. Now on my live account, I have already moved my stop, and as soon as we get at least twice the risk in front, I always move my stop to entry plus a few pips. Now what am I going to do with the balance? Well, with the balance, I'm thinking, well, if it's already done the day's range, the probability is that's it. So I could just close it and take the money and run. However, we have the potential for this to go further. Another caveat is it's Friday, so I need this to keep coming down here, because if I can then be 100 and odd pips in front, I may be willing to leave this to run over the weekend, because there's a potential another 150, 80 pips in this. So one of the ways I do to manage this kind of situation is often I will follow the 4-hour candles down. But as you can see, we had this wild move this morning. So now what I'm going to need to do is go down to a 1-hour chart. And on the 1-hour chart, I can see in the last 3 or 4 hours, price has tested, this is the weekly 55 EMA, it's tested this and failed, and it tested again and it's dropped. So I'm going to, for now, move my stop to there, and that would mean I have now locked in on the balance 30 pips, and as I say, it has the potential for another 180, so it's still worth the risk for now. Okay, I hope that helps. Catch you later.